Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Tony T's Toon Talk. I'm Tony Traguardo, and this show is available on the Port Washington Public Library's YouTube channel. This week I'm going to do something slightly different from a topic that was handled within the last few weeks. I talked about some of the many great blog spots and music-related YouTube channels that are out there. This time, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the great music-related websites that you can find. And here we go. The first one I want to look at today is a board, message board, and a blog site. And it's the Steve Hoffman board. Steve Hoffman is a producer and a music historian and someone who has done some really great reissues of albums that have come out mostly in the 60s and 70s. But Steve usually goes in and remasters that music, and he's done work for labels like DCC and MCA Records, even back in like the late 70s and early 80s. But Steve has a site, and it is at stevehoffman.tv, and it's tremendous. On the board, as of September 6th, when I was last on there are 766,000 different discussions, 23 million plus posts, and 95,000 members. And basically, you can go on there and look at the threads and the forums on anything from the Grateful Dead, which they lovingly called the Grateful Thread, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, classical music, jazz music. It's not limited just to rock and roll. He talks about some of the newest music reissues that are coming out and much more. There are parts of the site when you can talk about audio hardware. Do you want to go out and buy a new turntable? Do you want to find out how much some of your old equipment is worth? It's really phenomenal just how large the Steve Hoffman board is and how much great stuff you could find there. So if you're a music fan, if you're a music collector, if you're someone who is fascinated by vintage equipment, by new equipment, you want to find out what's out there, Steve Hoffman board is definitely a place for you to go and read and reach out to fellow collectors, fellow enthusiasts of electronics, of music genres, whatever. Hoffman board's just great. I think of the many, many people out there who enjoy NPR, National Public Radio, every day. They have a wealth of informative and entertaining programs. And if you visit their website at npr.org and you click on music on the top menu, you're going to find some excellent music-related subsections within the NPR website. And they are filled with insightful news stories, their exclusive live sessions from across America and around the world, and the incredible Tiny Desk concert series. It's introduced me to some of the great new songwriters and bands that are out there, and it's such a unique setup, and it's such a great way to introduce yourself to some of the fine things that are out there. Nowadays on the website, you can listen to some really delightful sets that so many artists are offering up from their home studios, or sometimes even their living rooms. So I would strongly recommend a visit to npr.org. Now, do you remember the old days of radio? Now, I'm not talking about Spotify, iTunes, Pandora. I'm talking about good old-fashioned flip around a dial radio. Stations that had formats that had more than 200 songs on it that get played over and over and over again, like it usually is now. Well, there are still many, many stations that have large and diverse playlists all over the world, including college stations locally here in New York. Those stations can be accessed for free on radio.net. You can select the music stations by genre. I like to focus on oldies. And radio.net will take you around the world to the many, many stations that focus on the music style that you've chosen. And if you like talk radio, you could find stations by topic, which is great too. You can also elect to listen to your local radio stations on your web browser, which is really convenient. Your stations can follow you wherever you go, not just in the car, on your phone, on your laptop, whatever. So again, radio.net. And I encourage you, if you're a rock music fan or a classic rock fan, or if you like music from certain eras, jump around to the different countries and listen to some of their local hits. It may not be in the English language, but I assure you, you're going to find music there that you will enjoy, without a doubt. Now, for some music-related fun that spans 7 full decades, and the one that we've just entered into, you definitely want to check out top40weekly.com. On this very straightforward and simple website, you can review lists of the top 40 songs from 1950 to the present. But also, what's fun is that on the site you can check out very authoritative compiled lists of songs with fun and interesting topics like artists with the most U.S. number ones, the longest span between first and last number ones by an artist, same title number ones, different songs by 2 different artists, top 20 songs that charted twice by the same artist, and many, many, many more. You spend a while studying the lists and the pages on this site, and you may be setting yourself up to win some of the internet's most challenging online music trivia contests. I promise you. So, I hope you've enjoyed a quick look at some of the fun music-related internet sites and blogs that are out there. And it can be found here, your Tony T's Tune Talk on the Port Washington Public Library's YouTube channel. I'm Tony Traguardo, and thanks for watching. Happy listening. See you soon.